pretty good load of cars left out side driveway every day. Man, you know what? Now you get a couple of loads of them Impalas right there, one back to back. That's a pretty decent sight right there. I think they're going east and then they're gonna go west. You know what I mean? They've already came north. I'm just saying. Well, I was thinking, I'm gonna get a piece of sandpaper and I tell you something. I was thinking, well, I was thinking that, well, I was going to use some of this icing on this thing. It's got a couple of little divots in it there. So, it's a valance. 1963 Chevrolet Impala. And, well, that's 80 grit right there. So, well, I'm just gonna work that by hand right there. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna get no power tool out. But it's one of those. Well, kind of, I'll pose this situation to you. See, that's a good thing about, well, to build these work benches the same height, I can, you know, I can bring in a side trip, so to speak. And, well, sure. This is what I'm going to do. If you don't stick around, leave a comment. But this 80 grit is pretty aggressive, for real. You don't want to use too much of it. But when it calls for it, and well, what the situation is, and you possibly could be dealing with it there on your own car. And this is just the way I'm going to deal with it. Not advice for you to do it at all. But to bring you up to date on this Chevrolet car here, well, I'll flash you a picture up on the screen here. I mean, this is the kind of shenanigans that was going on next door over there. You know what I mean? It was a eventful day, to say the least. I would say, you know, a thumbs up to the hot shop. Come pick them cars up. Yeah, a very good job. They got the job done. You know what I mean? It was a can-do attitude, and they did it. Well, see, this, I think this is a valance. See, it's been green before, and the paint's coming off of it. So all I'm gonna do is knock the edge off of it pretty good with this 80 grit. Oh yeah, that's a little better. Well, you know what? I have something that might work in this situation right here without getting out them power tools. I mean, I got the power tool on standby over there, but sanding blocks. Well, I don't think it'd be a case of me raising too much dust. You know what I mean? Here in a one-man shop, and well, that's a 220 right there. But see, I kind of feel like I need even a more aggressive or grit than what I've got over there. But let's see what we can do with. I laid these in sometime back, and I think he's one for that. Well, actually, there's not. I was expecting to have a. I mean, I can do just as good by hand on that. I was thinking that I had one that came to a V shape, you know, which I could put that paper on there and get in there at an angle. Well, I could trim them. I got them right there. I ordered them in from the company there, and well, you know, to see if it'll work about halfway. Which, no, it's not the right shape. Once it don't work, I ain't no need to be fooled no more. You know, just move on to something else. Which, considering the curve and what we're doing, this is the appropriate way to be doing that. Not with a bar. You know what I mean? You just follow an edge right here now. You're not trying to level them now. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to scuff the whole thing down like what we're going here. And I'm not going to put no clear or nothing on this. Boy, that right there's got some patina on that. But I'm going to paint the thing. And it's kind of hold up. See, I should have did that because that's too rough for that edge right there. But it was kind of deep, so you don't have much alternative when it's that situation. But well, you know, to explain it to you, there is a rust spot here and one down there where that park light works. It's kind of, well, it's actually a rust place. You know, there ain't no getting around it. You can't justify it by nothing. Yeah, okay, see, under the circumstances, that right there is really good. Oh, yeah. See right there, that was a rock chip. And you know, to take a rock chip, you have to sand a great big area. Cause you have to go in there to taper. Well, you know, I'll probably just go ahead and title this video removing rock chips by hand. Because that right there was characteristics of a rock chip. And it basically just a paint chip. But to get that one little bitty pebble strike, you know, you got an area that big right there. You know, I mean, that's a nice taper right there. You'll never know what happened. I'm just saying. Well, I'd say the reason for this is, you know, in a couple of days you're supposed to film what you do that day. Well, this right here is what I'm doing today. You know, just go in and log it in. But it's a little better than I thought it would be. I think this was well, the paint layers right there indicates a lot of different colors, so, you know, like it was a couple of repaints for sure. But, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this out, you know, in a nice color, and then run a little brown pinstripe along the front all the way around. So, and then we'll get this on the car. This is a hold up on that car down there. What the comments gonna be, somebody say, how come I didn't fast forward to all this right here? Well, if you're gonna be doing this right here, it's gonna take you about this a long amount of time as it takes me. You know, I'm not slow with this stuff by no means. You know what I mean? And there again, a power tool comes into question. You know, could I take the jitterbug and be done with it? Yes. But this right here, you get a feel of a better feel to the fact that this is actually working. If you got a jitterbug going in there or something other, belt sander, you don't get a feel to the metal. You have to get it. Well, taking in the reason for the automobile in the first place, or second place, whatever it is, well, this would work really good to, I'll show it to you. Like if you was going patina, if you're going to put some patina on something, you know, that right there is good. You could put some clear on that right there, you'd be good to go. Man, that turned out real good. Actually, them Duravox is pretty versatile. This is that one that's a ½ inch thick right there by about, must be 2.5 by about 6. It works really good. It gets you in a, see, that works about perfect right there. You know, that's definitely the tool to sand these edges with. Other than following up with the hand sanding, and all we do it is to the radio there. Yeah, sometimes you just have to take a little radio time. But in the meantime, this is where we at. I mean, I'll just explain it to you if you want me to. It's 1963 Chevrolet Impala. This is that front valance. Behind your bumper and up underneath your grill there. This is that handle. So, I think it's a aftermarket part even at best that was painted and put on a car and then took off of that car and put on another car and repainted. As attested to the different layers of paint onto this. You know, there's a top coat, there's a metallic, there's a primer, a metallic primer. So it has character. It has character. It's really. I mean, that's 80 grit right there. That's what it's going to look like. But if you were patining the part, you know, that's pretty darn good. But that's not the case here. I'm going to spray that with some light gray, maybe primer filler or primer sealer, and then scuff that down with a Scotch pad. So, and then paint the final color on top of a light gray primer filler. So, to get that done. I probably, see, that's it. This right here is, that's 220. And what I've got scuffed on there is 80. So you know what, I could see about this. Okay, see, I think I should do that. I'm going to go ahead and scuff this whole panel down. See, I can tell the difference in the feel of the slickness of it because I done already knocked them little peaks off of them sand scratches left from the 80 grit. So I'm just going to stuff the whole thing down and then prime it. That's all it needed. Hey, y'all, come on back a couple of days and we'll do something else. I'm from here in Middle Tennessee, the Geographical Center or something. Shot dog sound. Man. Off to the primer shop. Paint department. And much to be said about a natural patina. You know what I'm talking about. Let's get a little primer on this valance. I think it's called lower panel behind the bumper and underneath the grill.